Welcome back to 23 Minute Reads with me, Mya D. This is kind of like my virtual book club because in these 5 minute or so videos, I share with you my takeaways from my current reading. Right now, that is Dancing in Blackness. As a part of my 23 to 23 challenge, I'm reading 23 minutes per day, every day, as an action of self love, as an investment into myself, and as a way of providing myself with some consistency in an ever changing world. Hoping that you will join me along in this journey by liking this video. You can do that now. Subscribing to the channel and dropping some comments down there in that comment section so that there's an actual dialogue going on. Having in mind that while I have several decades of experience as an educator, as a curriculum writer, and as a dancer, I'm not the know-all be-all for this book. I'm simply providing a space for dialogue. Well, this week I read pages 98 through 150. Let me get my notes so I can give you my 3 takeaways. Feel free to go ahead and subscribe while I'm getting my notes. Takeaway number 1 is Unchallenged. Brenda Dixon Gottschalk mentioned Usumari's ability to weave her personal history with dance history in this amazing read. In the section titled New York's Black Dance Scene in the 1970s, we're reminded that, here's a quote, Martin, as New York Times dance critic from 1927 to 1962, had unchallenged power, end quote. John Martin coined the term modern dance, speaking to how during its emergence, it was modern. It was speaking about what was going on right then and there and encourage Americans to experience it. Now, while I knew that Martin was the inventor of the term and the promoter of its genre, until reading this book, I didn't realize that he was unchallenged. His power was unchallenged. He was positioned in a space to assess and promote, right? And Usumari explains this becomes crucial to creating a more receptive space for Black dance companies that will follow in the 1960s and later. Martin's critiques, suggestions, and promotion of Dunham, of Primus in the 1940s helps to develop an audience that is more receptive, or in a more receptive mode rather, for companies like Alvin Ailey in the later years. Takeaway number 2 is Kykunkor. As a dancer trained in West African dance forms, I was happy to read about the significance of this piece. Here's what I gathered from the book. Kykunkor was the first U.S. stage African music drama. Let me back up. The connection between the Black Power movement and the Black Arts movement was mentioned in an earlier episode. And in that case, we saw movement aligned with the movement. And in this case, in the case of Kykunkor, we see alignment with its contemporary literary movement, the New Negro movement, which is predating both the Black Arts movement and the Black Power movement. Here's a little more. Sierra Leone native and opera-trained Asadata Dafoe creates and successfully premiered the piece in New York in 1934, about 5 years after his arrival to the U.S. This piece holds significance because of its thematic approach to music and dance originating from Africa, and also because it successfully offered a counter-narrative to the primitive and savage labeling often associated with African and African American art during that time. Takeaway number 3 is marriage. Here's a quote from the book. We came together to inspire each other in our quest for a marriage between movement and language. This quote is from Usumari and describes her friendship with Ntozake Shange as they both explored the other medium. There's a saying, there's 2 sides to every story. And in The Dance We Do, Shange describes the work and the art that she created with Usumari during this time. It was nice to read Usumari's perspective. I feel like I have a deeper understanding of that time and the work that was created during that time because another voice told the story. It's also nice that you stayed around to the end. Remember, if you like this, if you found it informative, if you found it just nice. Go ahead and like it. Remember to share. Remember to subscribe. Comment below your thoughts and stay blessed. Spread a good word. I'll see you next time.